Good afternoon, everybody. So today I wanted to talk to you about what it's like when the narcissist has no insight into your life anymore. You have just cut them out completely. Like, you've understood what no contact is like. You've kind of gotten to a point to where you have made up your mind that there is nothing here. Whether there was something there before, there probably was never anything there, but you've realized there's most definitely nothing there anymore. Once you make amends with yourself, that's the biggest feat that you have to deal with sometimes. Not convincing yourself, but it's coming into an agreement with yourself. And to realize also that these people are devious, they're envious, just demonic in nature, evil people. How about that? And they have nothing out there good for you. And so then you start to just focus on yourself. Maybe you've been discarded, or maybe you've discarded yourself. You did the reverse discard or whatever. It doesn't matter where you are as far as that goes. What matters is that you decided that there's no fruit here for you. When somebody doesn't have your back anymore or never did, and you start to really have time to dwell on it, you've been beat down and destroyed and demolished several times, and you know that there's no love. That person, whoever it is, that narcissist never had any love for you. And maybe you didn't want to believe it in the beginning. Several beatdowns, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. Being mocked, being almost spiritually spit on. You know, how much do you give before you decide that this is it, this is over? There is a line of demarcation where, you know, it's like you're done. And so you start to go inside, you heal, and, you know, the narcissist is really focused on gaining new supply, gaining fuel when they leave you. They're used to always coming back to you, and they're kind of distracted. And that's a good thing, whether you might have wanted them or whatever, but because they were distracted with all other sources of supply, new supply, whatever supply, you were able to heal and get further down that line of healing before they were to come back, because they forgot about you, because they were distracted, they were happy, they were getting their needs met temporarily, and you were utterly destroyed, so you had no fuel to give anyway, and they knew that. And, you know, in the beginning of a discard, they may know they're coming back, but in the very beginning, they treat you so bad because they really feel in their heart that they're done with you. Whether you reverse discard or whatever, you're still going to hear their lip. They're used to you being part of their assembly line, part of their backup plan. That's the truth. They're used to being hooked up to you. Once they get you hooked, they're used to depending on your fuel, your supply to fuel them, whether they're with you or not, through triangulation, through watching you and stalking you. And a lot of times when they stalk you, it's to hopefully see that you're destroyed, that they get fuel off that, knowing they're living a better life than you. And it was once in reverse, where you were living a better life than them when they first met you. And they love what they have done to you, what they have turned you into. When they see that, they get victory, and they just keep it moving. They don't even have to say anything to you. They can just view you. They know you're down. They see in their instinctive mode. They know in that instinct mode, they can see a lot more just by one viewing of you. But they're evil in nature. You're just an essential part of their well-functioning supply, and when you shut that pipeline down, they know it. They know it, and they need people to uplift them. They can't go inside, and they can't be resourceful at all. The narcissist needs you for their supply system, for their well-being. That's why I always say you're like the Red Cross to them. You're the one that's giving them blood, sweat, and tears. You're the one fueling them. They have to stop at that gas station to fuel up with that high-end test fuel. And if you're not there no more, then they don't know how to act. They don't know what to do because they're falling apart. And that's typically when they come to you, when they're already falling apart. Things aren't going well for them. They need that fuel. And they just have no ability to go inside. They have to get you to validate them. They cannot validate themselves. They have no internal resources. That's why they have to go externally to get everything. They are aloof. They have no inside nature to build themselves up. You can't build yourself up under an evil construct when you're only doing evil to people and you're using people and lying to people. They've been fake for so long, and fake is to always mimic and to lie. And when you operate in that construct, then there's nothing inside but the outside lie. And that's constantly what they're doing. There's light and there's darkness. The enemy sends these people out to draw off your light. And it's interesting because hell is dark and it's inky blackness, and heaven is full of light. When they fell from heaven and the narcissist decided to go down the route of following the enemy Satan, the loser, God turned the power off, y'all. And the only way they can turn the lights on is through you. Through using and abusing you. From stealing any of your goodness. And goodness comes from your traits. Goodness comes from the fuel that you have invested in the people to help them. That all turns into good fruit. And they come by and they want to scoop up every piece of fruit that you have, and then they replace it with infected fruit. Something may look like good fruit, but it ain't good fruit. It's full of infection. They just have no substance. And that's why a lot of times they will stalk you. They will stalk you because they need to see if they can come back. If you're fueled up, and you're living a better life than them, and they're down and out on fuel, they're going to try to come back. They're going to try to pry themselves back into your life and say anything they can to get you. When you are down and out, when they come by to see you, they know that they've destroyed you. They'll keep it moving. They can only regulate themselves through their supply sources, whether it's past supply, current supply, or future supply, through their family and their flying monkeys. That's why they're always in competition with everybody, because they want everybody to be down, and if they're up, then it's time for them to come back and push you back down. And that's why the only way that this relationship will end, or these situationships end, is when you say no, when you turn them down, when you turn your back on them and you treat them as if they're dead to you. When you see them stalking, know that it's just one of a few things. They're in awe of your aura, of your energy. They wish they were you. They want to copy you. They want to see if your fuel is still down for their destruction that they have applied to your life. If it's elevating back up and they haven't been with you in a while, if you're happy, if you're in another relationship, if you're moving on, they're going to try to sabotage that, destroy that, get back in and on that, because they can't have that. Because they're always going to be jealous and envious of you, because they do not have an internal generator like you do. They have nothing inside. They have to take everything from the outside. And to get it from the outside, they have to get you to push your energy out so they can grab it and switch with you. When you get into reactive abuse with them and you push your energy out, when you're explaining to them and you're giving them passion, it pushes your energy outside your body, and they grab it and they switch with you. Again, they have to get it from the outside of the body. So don't react, respond, observe, and don't absorb, and that will save you a lot. But the devil's in the details. And if you're wondering if these guys are possessed, just think about this. What does a demon do? They are known for tormenting people. Okay, so what does the demon do? It torments. What does the narcissist do? They torment. It doesn't matter which degree of narcissist you're talking about, they all act in the operation of tormenting you. So the number one sign that somebody is demon possessed is that they are a tormentor of mankind and of somebody that has a good light. So if you can give me a like, subscription, and thumbs up, love y'all, peace. Stand tall, soldier up. We out.